You mentioned Arabic, and I have been asked now officially by the League of Arab States to develop an Arabic TOEFL. You know, in English, the English TOEFL, we will be developing an Arabic TOEFL, which is A instead of E. English, it becomes Arabic. So it's an Arabic TOEFL, so that we can help any non-Arabic speaker acquire fluency in Arabic and get a certificate that he can either join a school or university or apply for a job. So it's a fluency certificate. And now, before I leave it, if you have any questions, I want to recognize particularly a very good friend here. You have mentioned Her Excellency. I would like to mention His Excellency, the Ambassador of Iran, representative of Iran, and he is here. We are opening our office in Iran. We have opened our office in Tehran, and this is the first license granted to any company in the world. So we are very honored that we have been granted the license to open our office in Tehran. And we look forward to working very closely on economic and other constructive issues with the Iranian authorities. So we also wanted to recognize your presence here. We have excellencies, distinguished ministers, distinguished the representatives of the Parliament and Senate, and all of you are important, so I will not mention all the names. So thank you very much for honoring us, for being with us today. Thank you. So if I have any questions, if there is any, please, sir.
Thank you. Shall I do it in English or Arabic? English?
مثل ما بدك. بدك عربي على كل حال ساعات السفيرة بتحكي عربي. مثلي.
She's a friend of the parliament and she's a regular visitor. Yes, we know her.
Arabic after 6 to the exam of TOEFL.
We first have to pass TOEFL.
Well, thank you for the invitation first place, and definitely what we have on hand here is MOU. Similar, I say, this is a very noble objective. It's a great thing, especially in a country like Jordan, where the second language is English. So I talk, in terms of being a father in first place. The tendency here is we go for second language English. Now we go to French. Now I think that if my son or any friend of mine would be interested in joining these classes, that's great. First of all, would you issue a certificate of participation for those learning French? Number one. Now, anybody interested in learning French definitely has something further on mind. Definitely would be thinking of education, higher education in French universities. Would this MOU, I'm referring to Article 3.1 of this MOU, talking about education programs.
Absolutely.
Would this imply that TAG organization, with all respect, and their excellency, the friend of this country and the parliament, would this mean that you would be extending facilitations for students with French to join French universities?
Okay. My answer is yes and yes for both questions.
Two yeses.
Two yeses. Absolutely. And I want to thank you for saying it so eloquently. You explained the article more eloquently than I could. So thank you for your explanation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
This is the parliament specialist, so
parliamentarians are we're honored to have
Shall I
you.
introduce myself?
And we are, yes, please,
Yes.
for the purpose of recording.
Okay, for the record. My name is Sufyan Al-Hassan. Sufyan Al-Hassan, I'm the director of the parliament, Mudir Majlis Al-Wahd.
If I may I elaborate a little bit? Yes, sir, I would like to say yes, plus a little bit of a few things. If you are, yes, plus, or if you are, if the children are in the educational system, if I can say, schools or universities, when they will learn more French, all of them, all our teaching language centers in the schools or in the universities, are allowed to prepare, if I can say that, or to train their children or students to go to the DELF. I mean, TOEFL is French, is DELF. We have a diplôme d'études de la langue française and a diplôme approfondi, DELF and DALF. So a lot of schools in the country and 10 universities in the country already do prepare their children, I mean the children who are learning French, to these, I mean to that diploma, which is organized by the French Institute actually in Jabal Webde. You have 2 sessions a year. And I would say that these children who are going maybe to get more of French through this new system, of course, can go and present themselves to that diploma, which is the equivalent of TOEFL, same kind of, well, to simplify, if I can say, same kind of levels, 3 levels in each one and all that. For those who are outside, I mean, or this is more complicated because they have to reach a certain level to be able to be ready to go and present themselves to the TOEFL. For the universities, yes, of course, we're going to try to extend these facilities. The only thing I would like to say is that it will take a little bit of time because we have to have that conventions with the French universities. French universities are independent. They are not at all, I mean, linked, we have decentralized, if I can say, our system of universities. Each president of university can negotiate a convention with another university or any center he or she wants. So we have to ask them one by one, of course, if you see. So it takes a little bit of time. But this is, yes, this is the process we have to go through.
Thank you, and thank you for, well, it's the reverse system of what is in Jordan. The universities are the reverse of what is in Jordan. They have independence and they don't have, and I have always spoken in public fora, on television, everywhere, that the Minister of Higher Education, it's none of his business to interfere with the university. He should run his own public universities only. But if the Minister of Education in the US wanted to visit Harvard, he needs a visa. They will not allow him to enter Harvard or ask any question, except if they like his question. Anyway, you have learned something. I have learned something. Always in France, there is always we may. This is part of the training we will be giving to our children and to French learners. That in France it's always it's not always we, it's always we may. and I want to just to break the tone with the joke about President de Gaulle. It is told that President de Gaulle was in Peru, and he. You know, this is all jokes, it's not true, but that he forgets. It's like me, I have loss of memory. So he forgot the name of the president of Peru. So he wrote to his vice president. He said, do you know the name of the president of Peru? And the vice president, you know, at that time, who was also accused of being not very intelligent. He said, oui. The answer was we. Do you know the name of the president of Peru? So he answered him, we. So he wrote back saying, oui, mais qui?
Oui, mais qui?
So, oui, mais qui? So he answered back, oui, mon général. Anyway, it's only great nations can make fun of. So that France, being a great nation, it is entitled to enjoy the privilege. Your Excellency.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I think it's very important. I mean, here the memorandum of understanding. I'd like you to give us about the time frame for implementing this MOU. And is there any target for the number of beneficiaries, I mean here the children or students, to benefit from this and from this MOU when it will be completed or implemented? Thank you.
As quick as possible. Question of months.
So I can answer very quickly. As we agreed before we came in here in our meeting, that we will have 2 coordinators, one from the embassy and one from our side. They will sit as of tomorrow, develop an action plan with a timetable, and we will be able to answer you in our next report.